without further ado, I present to you making effective nationwide teachings of realism. Show your love. Start clapping right now for his birthday, for his album release. Give it up for my motherfucking dog. Stand up. Get on your feet. Show your love for the world. The Elvis.
meant a whole lot to me. And so here we go. Run it. I can wait. EPMD, NWA, Slick Rick, Run DMC. Before the Tupacs and the Biggies, the Rakims and Chuck D's, used freedom of speech properly before the monopoly and the currency destroyed our perspective. We used to be feared and respected. In 2011, diamonds and pussy are more precious, and education got neglected. We're like lab mice in the maze, and we've already been tested. High blood pressure, illiterate, and HIV infested, and our English is not impressive. Ranking in the top percentile of getting arrested. Destructive dialogue language. We went from saying, "What's up, my nigga," to "What's up, fool?" So I took the liberty of looking up the definition of the word fool, and it reads a stupid or thoughtless person. I might as well walk up to you and say, "What's up, stupid or thoughtless person?" It also reads a feeble-minded person, an idiot. I'm not judging nobody, but this is something serious to engage in or amuse oneself with useless or trifling activities. To waste time or money foolishly, check this definition for yourself in the American Heritage Dictionary. So basically, in a nutshell, what I'm saying is I'm not your fool. Call me Mentor Jen or Jensen, I'm not your fool. I gotta draw the line somewhere, can't do anything just to look cool. Trying to break down the dynamics of the English language. Doing away with the foolishness, verbal abuse, and antics. Molding myself into an artist like pasting ceramics with a titanium exterior. Wisdom mixed in with a poetic encyclopedia, throwing out a decoy to manipulate the media, because the media is always in your business. All up in your Kool-Aid and studying your every move like they doing forensics. So I just thought on my comeback that's similar to Mike Vick's. As long as I stay off of a path that don't have me on some kind of death wish and breathless. When you're backed into a corner, it's just you and God is all you're left with. Money, sex, and drugs can't deliver a death kiss. This ain't multiple choice you can't afford any guess is, but my guess is we tend to do what's more conducive to the opposite sexes and just suffer the consequences. The ones who get hurt the most are always the kids, Because you got caught up in the R. Kelly situation and your name is Mr. Biggs, Mr. Biggs. Difference the truth is we all don't live like MTV Cribs. Reality is I'm still learning what compatibility is. You know it's human nature for everyone to hide how bad things actually is. We survived 8 years of George Bush and just how backwards he is. I say we survived 8 years of George Bush and just how backwards he is. And that just has to do with how we should get it, how we live, and how do we live. I'm in poetry venues, nice restaurants, and churches. Or I'm old school, Anita Baker, the Frankie Beverleys, and Mazes. Stevie Wonder, James Brown, some of my all-time favorites. Real performers capturing the real audience and savoring it. They knew how to go on Soul Train and put some soul food flavor in it. In this spoken word art form, I want to major in there with a master's in uplifting and motivational speaking. I will always be a student of poetry, studying this teaching. I've already accomplished some of the dreams that I've been reaching. Some of my counterparts unsuccessfully tried to get me to come to a screeching stop. What they don't know is I'm unleashing a gigantic buzz right before my album drops. Liberation is shining your light on this world, whether counterparts like it or not. Some love stimulating their bodies, while I love food for thought. These are just random thoughts from Jensen, Mentor, God. By the way, I am wearing a shirt that's designed. What number? Yeah, my homie Lavish Love Lonely, you know, got Lump Clothing. That was his Lavish Clothing line. Lavish Clothing line. Anyway, the Majestic 7 shirt he designed. Right. the ghetto is Hell's Kitchen. For the dope fiends, DVD hustlers, bean pie Muslims, and part-time Christians. With songs like, Your Mama's on crack rock, simply was not that funny to everybody. Because a couple of my friends had mamas like that, and see to them mama was still somebody. And while you may find similarities between this poem and Slick Rick's children's story, the characters in my hood was D Black, who was always strapped to Fat Mac and Fat Corey. And to protect my integrity, trusted these are just aliases anyway. And this was a different toilet, but the same shit. You know, we were slanging yay in a race to see who could generate the most dollars in a day. So grateful I'm not another statistic. Intelligent enough to substitute street life for poetic street linguistics. Encouraging everyone to apply common sense forensics to each and every new person you encounter, because people tend to put on AI keeps your real armor, knowing that they are dressed up garbage cans, snitches save the drama. Adversaries try to raise my blood pressure up like hot lava. Why should I get caught up with foolery not concerning me? Believe a small percentage of what you see, so from a distance you simply cannot be learning me. I evolve with the times and switch up styles like Ocho Cinco TD celebrations. I found gratitude with a spiritual attitude amongst this Japanese tsunami devastation. I'm learning when to be patient and when to move with the quickness. These poems that I put in motion will give you motion sickness. That is, if you're the type of person easily influenced by video bitches. I can find my way out of the hood like a story from rags to riches. Y'all probably just not finding out that I'm nothing to play with. Grateful for all of my amazing graces. Like when I turned 30 years old, I got a facelift. It's a large percentage of my homies that didn't make it. Rest in peace to our homies, Jamie Ford. Now he's a guardian angel for the American patriots. He's chilling next to the Lord. Man, I don't feel sorry for anybody that's living their life bored simply because life is too. I'd rather lead by example so you can properly look up to me. I refuse to be the wrong example. You will not make a mockery out of me. Now who's with me to get this money and build on land like Monopoly? And I don't know what some people's problem is. I don't have a major in psychology. I was taught to build a strong foundation down on the front end so that I won't get nipped in the butt on the back end. This hard knocks lesson I learned in the hood was a fatal attraction. As soon as never coming home became a capable action, I began to see how respect is a true thug's passion. Racing to live a lifestyle glamorized on BET. This is the primary purpose why I get down on bending K-N-E-E. And Lord knows if I got caught for everything that I got away with, I wouldn't be here today and my loved ones wouldn't be able to take it. I used to be like a snake waiting patiently at night. And if you would ever slip, my grip was bold and strict and tight. I ran with a group of players, educators, and players all mixed into one. And since we all who we hang around, guess what? I had to select one. So when Snoop dropped nothing but a G-thing, pipping holes and slamming Cadillac doors seemed like fun. And quite frankly, in all honesty, them times was a lot of fun. A lot of funds, and a lot of guns. A lot of projects, ghettos, and slums. A lot of weed, a lot of cocaine, a lot of ecstasy pills, a lot of small crack crumbs. A lot of schemes designed by a system to keep us dumb. So I'll wrap it up. I got one more. My last piece. This is a 3-part poem. It's called Us. Right? Here we go. H-O-E-E-E. We scared the white people from coming inside because we got the corner store on swollen on lock. We select the wrong role models to emulate, like you ain't a hard enough gangster if you ain't been shot at least 5 times. We get brainwashed and placed into a spell from rap music telling us to destroy. We don't listen to poets such as myself. Instead, we chase the industry's carbon copy decoys. We keep the waistline of our pants lower than probation. Ankle monitors. We value the opinions of the Weezy F babies more than the Michelles and the Barack Obamas. Part 2. We learned that before we were slaves, we were powerful entities. We were kings and queens. We were sitting on thrones, controlling countries before the Malcolm X's and the Martin Luther Kings. We didn't have to answer to nobody. We had our own government in place with no Section 8. We didn't have to answer to nobody. We had our own government in place with no Section 8. We were spiritually connected to God. My goodness, we never had lack this much faith. We came from a land with more oil and more diamonds, more human resources than this U.S. of A. We were speaking several languages. Our brain capacity was far much greater than what we see today. Something tells me that we are back on our way. Part 3. Part 3. We are stronger, creative, resilient, and brilliant. They told us that we shall overcome someday. We seen Harriet Tubman say something's got to give.